Hey everyone, welcome back to The Coop with Meyer Hatchery, where we talk all things poultry in hopes of educating chicken keepers and inspiring future flock owners. I'm Jeff.
Fall is here, and unfortunately, winter is just around the corner. After a team discussion around the virtual water cooler, we'll be sharing some of the ways our team prepares their coops for winter and why they do the things they do. So, why should you prepare your coop for the winter? Well, preparing your coop for winter by eliminating cold drafts, wind, and moisture will go a long way toward protecting your flock from frostbite. While those nice feathers do a great job of keeping your birds warm, your flock will love to be in a clean, dry, draft free, but well ventilated coop for the winter. Moisture and cold temperatures can lead to frostbite. That's why we want the coop to be both dry and well ventilated. Remember, drafts are not the same as ventilation. A draft would come in and potentially blow right on the birds. Ventilation is an airflow pattern that moves the air in the coop to keep it fresh and remove humidity without blowing directly on the birds, usually over the top or under them depending on the coop. What do you need to do to prepare your coop for winter? Start with a good cleaning and inspection. As you clean, take notice of what is going on in the coop. Are there gaps or leaks anywhere that will require filling or repair? Have the cobwebs blocked your vents? Some things you can take care of as you clean, like the vents, but others may require you to come back to them with supplies to correct the problem. You can start by removing all the bedding. For smaller coops, and depending on the current condition, you may want to wipe the walls and dust the corners to clear the cobwebs and make sure the vents are clear. One of our CSRs, Linda, says she skips this step, especially in the spring, because those cobwebs seem like they help to prevent wasps from building nests in her coop. If your roosts are messy, a paint scraper will help you to get those cleaned. Susan, another one of our friendly CSRs, who has a walk-in coop and a tip for nearly everything, cleans her coop on a nice day and uses a leaf blower to blow the coop out before giving it a good scrubbing with the power washer. She uses fans to thoroughly dry her coop. The leaf blower should also be able to help move the water out of the coop to start the drying process if you don't have electricity in your coop. As this may be very dusty, it's a good idea to wear a mask when doing this. When you find holes that will cause drafts, you can use spray foam like our CSR Ann does. Just be careful. This should be in an area the chickens cannot reach because they may peck at it. If it is where they can reach it, you may need to cover it so the birds cannot get to it or find a poultry safe alternative to fill the gap. Both Ann and Patty replace old straw with fresh for winter warmth. These things do help to block drafts, and on those really cold days, it may not seem like that much now, but it really does make a difference, and your birds really appreciate it. Last year, when we had some extreme cold in our area, Linda used clear plastic and covered the windows too, along with the birds closed in the coop for a few days during the extreme temperatures and wind chills. CSR Patty adds a caution. Don't make the coop too airtight. Doing this will allow humidity to build up, and this can lead to frostbite. If you see condensation in the coop, you may need to increase ventilation. You may also be wondering about heat. None of us in the office heat our coops because we don't want the birds to rely on that. Should the power go out, it will cause the birds to become chilled beyond what they are accustomed to. We do suggest modifications as said earlier, but once fully feathered, don't believe that chicks need additional heat. They do, though, need a clean, dry place without drafts and plenty of fresh, unfrozen water and feed to provide them with the calories they need to produce the heat on cold days. A final place to check in your coop is the storage area. Make sure your containers are well secured because critters will be looking for food and a warm place to go. We suggest metal trash cans with a tight fitting lid as a good way to keep rodents out of your feed. Plastic is nice too, but over time, rodents can chew right through it. So check for holes often if you use plastic containers. It isn't just what you store the feed in, but quality feed matters. Besides the regular layer ration, you may want to add a small snack in the evening of scratch grains or sunflower seeds to help your flock have the calories that they need to stay warm on a long cold night. If the coop is clean and the bedding fresh, you can sprinkle a few handfuls of treats on the fresh bedding so the flock will be able to do some digging or scratching, and that helps prevent boredom also. So plan a day to go out and inspect your coop. Give it a thorough cleaning, make a list, collect any materials you need to do repairs, and get those coops ready for winter. Your flock will be glad you did.
And with that, I thank you for listening to The Coop. Be sure to subscribe. And if you'd be so kind, drop me a review. Now, do you have a poultry related question or a topic you'd like me to cover? I want to hear from you. Send me an email at podcast@meyerhatchery.com. And remember, life is good because we have poultry.